Strange. Thought I heard a weird noise in here. Must have been in my head. Oh well. What the hell was that? Ooh. Holy shit. And that's about the gist of what you'll be seeing in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Luney, and today we are reacting to top 20 paranormal events caught on camera. This video is by Top Discovery, and I'm not familiar with this channel, so this will be the first video that I view from this channel, and we're going to be doing a solid reaction to what I suppose is going to be probably cheesy paranormal things caught on camera, things moving in the background, blah, 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 you know. Maybe a little dust in the camera, stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm not the biggest believer in the paranormal, I'm not going to lie. We won't cap. But I will react to this and get a few laughs out of it, I'm sure. So, everybody ready? Let's do it.
Most of us live normal lives. Work, hanging out, then it's back to the house. But every now and again, we're reminded that things are definitely not what they seem. For many people, explaining some of the footage you're about to see would be downright impossible. Fortunately, we have the footage to back the claims up, and even for the most ardent skeptic, these clips are about to turn you into believers in the fact that our world is weird.
Solid intro, hooked me in right off the bat. It says I'm gonna become a believer off of this video. We'll see about that, That would be something.
Because these are some of the scariest and yet most unexplainable events ever caught on camera. Join us as we have a look at 20 paranormal events
this should be good.
Caught on camera.
I'm excited.
Number 20, a spooked cat.
Oh, God.
To kick things off, we'll take you to Ontario, Canada, where a cat mother caught some really spooky stuff going on in her home. Kathy Gallagher, a 45-year-old lady, made headlines in 2022 when she claimed that she had gotten evidence of the supernatural. At the time, she explained that she had just moved into her home in Ontario and that she had noticed a lot of strange things going on. She was especially spooked by the fact that objects appeared to simply be moving on their own, and weirded out but still determined to get to the bottom of it, she decided to set up CCTV cameras at different parts of the house. On one fateful day, she would appear to find what she was looking for. Her cat, interestingly named Salem, was sitting on its own staring at two nesting dolls when it suddenly got up and ran. But if you take a closer look at the footage, you tell me that you don't see something jump out from one of the dolls' bodies. As Kathy explained, the doll had actually belonged to her mother.
Oh. Let's get that cheesy stuff right out of the way, right off the bat. Okay, I'm sure the rest of them are good, because that one, oh God.
Number 19, the Dobby Mystery. You know how certain things seem unreal but suddenly begin to turn up once more people believe in them? Well, it appears that J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series has become such a cultural icon that we're now seeing characters from it literally come to life. Back in 2019, Vivian Gomez, a woman based in Colorado Springs, raised a huge alarm after she claimed that she had seen footage of a creature that seemed to look suspiciously like Dobby the elf, the popular character from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh my God.
And to make things even more interesting, she literally presented proof. As Vivian would explain, the creature had opened
sure that's
the door
not what it was.
at her
It has
home
to be some kind of like
come out.
dude in a fucking
then
suit
it sauntered
or something,
onto the driveway.
It like
and
came out the door. I
before
saw the door
vanishing
open.
into
Did
the
you not
dead
see the
of
door
night.
open? Hold on.
Sadly for her,
What the
she
hell
was
was that?
unable to actually
Hold on a second. Go back.
open the door at her home.
Yeah, you can plainly see the shadow of the door open right here. Shadow of the door opens, and then the thing comes out.
And had come out. Then it sauntered onto the driveway and did a quick frolic before vanishing into the dead of night. Sadly for her, she was unable to actually find additional footage of her CCTV
was she not
camera
there?
because it
was
was
that in
limited.
her house?
My
what is going
camera
on?
only goes for 10 seconds, so it just cut off at that point.
Now, I know that you can't blame the camera at this point, but I really wish that it had just stayed for a little while longer. Some people claim that the figure could have been Vivian's 9-year-old son, Bobby, just goofing around, but considering that the figure looked really lanky
Were they
and
not
had
home?
very bowed
Looked like the
legs,
car
I
was
would
in-
doubt it.
The car's right there.
Perhaps the Dobby is real after all. Number 18, the Great Ghostly. Now, if you're a fan of literature and classic films, then you probably were a fan of The Great Gatsby, the magnum opus of F. Scott Fitzgerald. The book is one of the best-selling titles of all time, and it was also adapted into one of the most entertaining movies of our time, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. While many of us have been thrilled by The Great Gatsby, one of the most intriguing characters in the film was, of course, Daisy Buchanan. She was the leading lady in the movie, and many believe that her character was influenced by Ginevra King, a socialite that lived between 1898 and 1980, and who was rumored to have had an affair with Fitzgerald. In 2018, a woman named Christy Ranieri was on a walk close to the summer house owned by King when she spotted something strange. As she would explain, she had stopped to take a selfie when she got home and examined the picture.
No.
And what do you know, there was something that looked like a ghost peeking out behind her.
No.
As Christy would explain, that can only be the ghost of Ginevra King showing...
No, it cannot only be the ghost of this fucking person that was dead in this house a long ass time ago. No, that's not how shit works. That's a smudge on the window. Look at a smudge on the window. They even got a close-up of the smudge. Here's a smudge. Smudge. No, it's not a dead person in the window. Oh my god.
I have my doubts, but I'd sure love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments section down below.
Smudge, that's the
Number
comments.
17, aching for a haircut. Now, normally if you go in for a haircut, you know what to expect. People like you seated in front of mirrors getting their hair done. But on this day, I don't think the guys at this particular salon expected what they got. This clip, taken back in 2010, shows the moment that something truly spooky happened at a hair salon. According to the salon's owner, he had actually been a bit skeptical about installing cameras, but ended up being glad that he did. You'll notice that the entire salon, only a woman is getting her hair done, with 2 seats being empty. And then if you take a good look at the chair in the distance with the dark blue cape...
Oh shit, oh hell to the no. Hell no. Did you just, oh shit, oh hell no.
First of all, the chair raised up by itself, as if someone had stood up from it,
That was
and then
awesome.
the cape
That was
kind of
awesome.
shrinks inside instead of falling down. The entire thing was
That was
crazy
good.
enough to scare the guy sitting close to it.
Yeah,
To be
he got,
honest,
he
I
got
would
the
be out
chills,
there as
man.
well
He
if
said,
it
I'm
were me."
out. I'm out of
Number
here.
16, the thirsty ghost. You know that feeling when you've been saying something to someone,
this is
but
horse
no
shit.
one ever believes you until you show them proof? Well, you can only imagine how vindicated this woman must have felt when she finally caught some paranormal activity in her home on camera. Back in 2012, Donna Ayers began raising an alarm about the different weird activities around her house. That included, and especially the fact, that things were seemingly moving on their own. Looking to really nail the proof, she decided to take a video recording, and right on cue...
So, now watch this again as he replays it, right? Watch as it pulls from the handle and only from the handle. It doesn't go pull from anywhere else. It's just the handle. Think about that. Why is that? Because there's a string attached to it. Pulling it from the other side. Duh! Come on, guys. You guys knew that. I knew you guys knew that. Everybody's got a brain in here, right?
She captured something, literally in her kitchen, that decided to move a cup.
Oh my gosh.
Pulls. Oh no.
The surface isn't wet or anything. It's
Oh
all
no, the
dry.
surface isn't wet?
There's no reason for
What?
it to be moving.
Oh.
To cover any bias, Donna did show
Proof.
underneath the
Ghosts.
platform where the cup was to reveal that there was nothing there. So the question remains, what on earth was actually moving that cup? According to the lady, she believed that she was being haunted by her late brother. If that is the case, I wonder if the guy's just thirsty in the great beyond or something. I mean, hey, when you've got to quench your thirst, you've got to quench your thirst,
See, it's
right?
still pulling from
Number
the
15.
handle.
Messing with a victim. Most people who experience
Oh,
paranormal
it's so
activities
obvious,
tend to
it's
have
ridiculous.
first-hand experience literally on their own, and that
All right.
experience can be quite harrowing when you're by yourself. Now, for a perfect example of this, we'll take a look at this guy. The clip, which was taken in November of 2017, shows a guy working late at the office when he suddenly hears an alarm going off. As the clip will show, he decides to go and check it out and eventually came back thinking that he was done, but little did he know that whatever was behind the entire thing was not done messing with him.
Oh no, he's
Visibly
freaked out.
scared once again, the guy decides to go and check out what's happening. I don't know what happened behind the camera,
I get the chills
but he
too.
was so spooked that he literally hightailed it out of there and ran away.
Oh!
I don't think that he'll be coming back to
Oh
work the
no!
next day, though.
I would have shit my pants.
Number
right there.
14, ghosts in school.
That was a good one.
If you're a parent, you must have heard your children give some funny reasons.
Yeah, this is
why
a
they
good one.
don't
I've
want
seen
to
this
go to
on a bunch of
school,
other paranormal
like it's
things.
cold
This is a good one.
outside, or they feel sick even when they're not, or perhaps the bus driver's just mean to them. Well, what about it if the school is haunted by a ghost? Back in 2017, CCTV footage would show a weird moment when things began to get kind of spooky at a middle school in Ireland. As the footage would show, things began when a backpack suddenly flew off the top of a locker. Then, as if that wasn't enough, one of the posters on the wall decided to take a trip to the ground as well. And for a third act, the chairs in the hallway started moving on their own. According to reports,
when
the
chairs
school
do
in
that.
question had long been rumored to be haunted because the land on which it was built used to be an execution ground for criminals. But it looks like the guys are hunting for some vengeance and taking it out on those poor school materials. Number 13, Ghost.
Not gonna lie, if that one's real, that would trip me out. That'd be crazy. Did somebody just like check the full footage of the cameras every night, and then just one night, out of nowhere, shit just starts going haywire all over the school, and you just happen to see it on the camera? I don't know. Maybe they do have a security guard, but what school has a security guard watching the cameras 24/7? I don't know. I kind of doubt it. If that was legit, it'd be crazy. That'd be cool. I want to see something like that. Like, this is what I'm trying to see. If I was to believe in ghosts and stuff, I want to see stuff like this, like in real life. Like, go to like some abandoned asylum, stay the night there, and like talk to ghosts and stuff. See if I can hear anything. I mean, I'm sure I'll hear like weird noises and stuff, because who wouldn't in a place like that, you know? But if I could like catch something on camera, like see something, like it, you know, it'd be pretty cool.
In the crib. Being a parent can be challenging. You're constantly looking to protect them from harm, but while maintaining your children's safety from physical danger is pretty easy, how do you protect them when there's harm from the other side? Back in 2019, Josh Higgins and Heather Brow, a couple based out of Michigan, made the news after they had shared footage of what they truly believed to be a ghost that was haunting their little girl, Lily. As the parents set up a camera to monitor their daughter, they would be shocked to find what appeared to be a specter moving through her room. And as you would expect, it startled the little girl.
The couple's nanny cam video a few weeks ago, what appears to be something moving in front of the baby crib.
The parents added that the ghostly shape had been assaulting them, first the daughter and then Heather herself.
What?
It scares us that it could do something else. I mean, there was even a morning that I woke up and I had felt like something was around like someone's hands were around my neck.
And according to paranormal investigators that were brought in to check out the scene, the man who had originally lived in the home had taken his own life, so it appears that his ghost may have had unfinished business in the home. Seems like it might be time to move out a little earlier than planned. Number 12, the haunted pot store. Back to stories of ghosts that might be trying to make
I've seen
contact
this
with the
one, too.
physical world. Our next story takes us to Oregon,
This one's a
where
little
the
cheesy.
owner of a dispensary claimed that his shop was apparently being haunted. In 2018, a man named Andy Gomez, who owned a pot dispensary, claimed that he had substantial proof that his shop was being haunted by ghosts. And for that proof, he showed this surveillance footage, and just watch the pot jar as it suddenly begins to move while he's arranging the place. To make things worse here, Andy added that he had felt a weird presence while the whole thing was happening.
As it was happening, I kind of felt like somebody was standing next to me, or like somebody was like right here.
And if that wasn't enough, check out the jar with the pens on the counter. Now keep in mind that this is a pot dispensary. Any doctoring of surveillance footage could land the guys in jail. Could we have a ghost looking to just simply burn some trees? Who really knows? Number 11, ghost feline. Now for something that just can't be explained anywhere, take a look at this piece of footage. Captured in 2019, this footage shows two cats sitting calmly on the front porch of their owner's home. It looks pretty chill. Well, you're about to see something weird though. Suddenly, one of those cats appeared to have been scared by something that was coming out of the shrubs close to the two of them, and that's when it decided to run for the hills, leaving his partner alone. But just as soon as the cat takes off, it seemingly vanishes. Now, where did he go? Did he literally turn into a firefly and float away? Where on earth did it go? The craziest thing was that the feline's partner seemingly just looked unbothered about the entire thing.
Hang on. What the fuck just happened? I was looking at something else.
Suddenly, one of those cats appeared to have been scared by something that was coming out of the shrubs close to the two of them. And that's when it decided to run for the hills, leaving his partner alone.
Hang on. We gotta play that in slow motion or something.
And that's when it decided to run for the hills, leaving
Isn't that it right there? Isn't that it right there?
Alone.
It's right there. 100% I saw that. We all saw that, right?
And that's when it decided to run for the hills, leaving his partner alone.
See, it's just a shitty camera. We saw it.
Takes off,
we saw it.
Seemingly
Why is this on a top
either
20
way, it's some
paranormal
crazy
thing?
stuff, if you ask me.
What?
Number 10, superhuman speed. You'll probably want to buckle up for this one because it's the type of thing you'll need to see to believe. In 2019, a mysterious video made the rounds that showed what appeared to be a superhuman or ghost figure saving a lady's life. The footage, which was from a local CCTV camera, showed the little unsupervised lady trying to cross the street on her own. Obviously, things like this will rarely end very well. And for a time,
I've seen this
you kind
one,
of
I've
get
seen
the
them
feeling
debunk
that
this
she's
one on
about to
another
be
thing.
hit.
So,
and then all of a sudden, a figure comes and grabs her literally out of nowhere. Nobody knows what the figure was or even how it managed to make the most unbelievable rescue you'll ever see.
That's crazy.
But whoever or whatever that thing was, thank goodness it was in the right place at the right time, because the entire situation would have definitely gone south if it hadn't intervened. Number 9, talking to nobody. One of the most challenging jobs is that of a security guard, especially if you work in a public place and need to deal with different types of people daily. However, what if you had to deal with a literal ghost? In 2022, a story would go viral about a security guard at a hospital in Argentina who claimed to have spoken with a customer, even though all evidence points to otherwise. CCTV footage would show the security guard, who was working on the night shift, suddenly walking up and opening the barricade, except that he was doing it for nobody. As the footage would show, the guard was clearly standing like he was attending to someone, and according to the guy, he was. Per reports, the security guard claimed that at around 3 a.m. that morning, an elderly woman came to the lobby claiming she had forgotten something in her room. And so he took her name down and gestured that she should go up, as we saw in the video. The security guard even offers her a wheelchair, but she refuses, as evidenced by this clip. And after a while, the security guy just starts getting worried because she hasn't returned. And so he called up to her room and would be shocked to find that there was no one there. Even worse, hospital authorities would confirm that no one had been in the room the entire night. To his dismay, the authorities claimed that the elderly lady who had been in that room had died the day before their encounter, and the woman's name was the same one that he had written down on his clipboard. If there was ever a sign to quit your job, it's safe to say this was probably it. Number 8, the baby pusher. Ashley Scott, a woman from Tennessee, has claimed that she's had several run-ins with the paranormal since she was a toddler. From ghosts visiting her in her crib to the spirits that she's talked to, she's claimed not to be unfamiliar with supernatural occurrences. So I'm guessing that this one wouldn't have been much of a shock to her. Back in 2022, footage from the room of Ashley's son Gavin surprised many people, as it showed what appeared to have been a ghost pushing the boy. As the footage would show, Gavin had climbed up on a shelf while he was in his room with Ashley's partner, Chris. Then, all of a sudden, this happened.
He just took a tumble, man. He's fine. Babies fall down.
Now, I don't know about you, but I doubt that babies just tip over and fall like that. Was the wind just too strong? Or perhaps it was a ghost giving little Gavin
I've
a
seen him fall in
nudge.
weird ways.
Number 7. Getting the right angle. Located in Omaha, Nebraska, the Museum of Shadows claims to be one of the most haunted museums in the world.
Oh, yeah.
They claim to have thousands of certified haunted items, all of which have been stored away safely. While many might
doesn't
argue
sound
about
safe
the
at
claim,
all.
the museum has shared several
That sounds
interesting
unsafe.
pieces
That's
of
the
footage
opposite
to
of
show
safe.
the types of activities taking place, and this one definitely ranks as one of the craziest.
Oh, shit.
Captured in 2020, the clip shows what appears to be the basement of the museum where several artifacts are kept, and just watch as a chair begins to rotate. Either that chair suddenly developed a mind of its own, or there's someone sitting in it, someone who does not want to be seen. Either way, I'm surely glad that I don't work there.
Yeah, me
Number
too.
6, a dog-eat-dog world. Seeing animals being scared can be pretty awful. However, for this clip, I'd really want to see what the heck was going on. The clip in question would be uploaded to TikTok in 2021, and it shows the harrowing moment where 2 dogs appeared to have witnessed something out of the ordinary. To begin with, the dogs start the clip barking pretty loudly at something, and then all of a sudden they stop for some unknown reason and stand still. Now, this in and of itself is pretty strange, but
Okay.
it also even
Why?
gets worse. Suddenly, the collar on the black dog gets yanked up and off, but we cannot see who or what had even caused it.
Oh, yeah?
It's long been rumored that dogs are capable of seeing ghosts and the paranormal, so I'm not going to dispel the probability that this could have been more than just a regular sighting. Number 5, Granny Wants
goes.
In. Joey and Amy Radke, a couple from Minnesota, made headlines back in March of 2022 when they would release footage of what truly was a disturbing sight. According to the couple, they had been out of their new home for some errands, but then kept the cameras on to ensure proper surveillance. And when they returned, they would be greeted by a harrowing sight. The figure appears suspiciously like an old woman
What?
in pajamas, and even Radke's pets were so spooked that they literally ran for cover when it appeared. The couple had actually been warned that their home had
I
been
don't see a
haunted by an
goddamn
elderly
thing.
woman who had passed away while living there, but they ignored all signs, and I doubt they needed any more telling after this. Number 4, Here for a Pint. You know, the fact that a person has passed doesn't necessarily mean that they can't still miss their hobbies, and for our next clip, it appears that someone deceased is still hankering for a nice brewski. In November of 2021,
that
this
sucks.
clip would surface online, showing a strange moment at the Blue House Pub on Corporation Road in Hendon, Sunderland. As the clip would show, a freshly poured pint of beer suddenly tips over, spilling its content onto the floor below. The pub's owner, Darla Anderson, claimed that at that time she had actually heard that the location was haunted, but she never paid any mind to the warnings, especially since she never saw anything weird before. Well, she may be well reconsidering now. Number 3,
That
a
sucks.
jolly
What a
ride.
dick. That ghost is a dick.
Even if they're ghosts, I guess children will always be children.
What an asshole.
And like the live ones, it appears that a lot of ghost children really just can't wait to have fun. At least that's what it seemed like at the Barnsley Antique Centre in England. The shop, which is known to sell toys and other antique
Wow.
items, got an interesting visitor
That's a
back in
clusterfuck.
2017. At that time, Daniel Parquet, a dealer of antiques at the center, suddenly saw a Bambi rocking horse on the ground. He immediately became curious as to how the horse had found its way to the ground, especially since there had been no rain or strong winds around the shop the night before. And so he checked out the surveillance footage and was even more freaked out. The footage begins with the rocking horse being placed gently on a platform, and then suddenly it starts to rock continuously, even though
gently placed on
nobody
the
or
platform?
no
I
thing
don't believe
was
you.
coming in contact
I don't
with it.
believe you.
And then it appeared that whoever was riding the Bambi was having
Yeah, he
too
was
much
riding the
fun
Bambi.
as the rocking horse swung so much that it fell to the ground.
So ghosts have nothing better to do than ride Bambis in a toy store? I don't think so. I don't think so. That makes no sense. They're not stuck here to do weird things like that. Why would they be stuck there in the toy store to do that anyway? That makes no sense. All these logics make no sense when you put it together. You know what I mean? Like, no. There's got to be some actual logical explanation for everything that happens in each video. Like we explained with the cat video and all that. We're just missing the point in each one of these videos. But, like, there's got to be some explanation for it. There's not just, like, you know, ghosts are doing these things just cause. They're just like, oh yeah, let me rip this collar on this dog real quick. Oh yeah, just cause I want to be an asshole. And then, you know, riding the thing, she's like, oh yeah, let me ride the thing real quick, and then it falls off, and I'm like, oh shit, oh that sucks. No, ghosts aren't just sitting there doing weird shit like that. Like, why would they be doing that? That makes no sense. I just had to get that out. Okay, we can continue now.
And hey, if it is a ghost child, can you really blame them? Everyone wants to have fun every once in a while, right? Number 2, the nervous guard. If you're a security guard, it's important to always be alert, no matter what takes place. For Jay Brown, it appeared that this rule was literal because he was even on guard against what he thought was a ghost. Back in 2018, Jay posted a video on his YouTube channel where he had claimed that he saw a ghost, and sharing the surveillance footage from the hospital where he worked, he showed himself sitting in the lobby and suddenly jolting up when he saw what he believed to have been a ghost.
I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do.
Now, to be fair, you do see a bit of a whitish figure flashing in front of him, but while you might want to dismiss Jay, he's also claimed that he heard footsteps before and even caught a ceiling light fall on its own.
From the first video, but this time I guess it's getting used to me or something. I don't know. That's kind of creepy. I don't know. I don't know who it is or what it is, but leave me alone, for real. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The guy could be telling the truth, you know.
Could be,
Number
but, you
1,
know.
the
He
pale
probably just saw
creature.
something and got spooked.
In July of
You know what I mean? It
2022, a
happens.
mysterious figure made
This
the
is
rounds
strange.
after being captured in
Why
Moorhead,
do people do
Kentucky.
this?
The footage in question had been released by a media house that focuses on paranormal activity, and it immediately sparked a massive debate amongst believers of paranormal activities online and those who were skeptical. The creature could be seen with a hunched back, slouching and trying to look for something in particular, although no one really knows what it was. So far, everyone's been dropping suggestions as to what this creature could be. Some would claim that it's an alien, while others claim that it could be a paranormal figure or a spirit. Some even believe it to be the Pale Man from the 2006 movie Pan's Labyrinth. Honestly, your guess is as good as anyone's.
Yeah. Okay. So most of those were a crock of shit. We knew they were going to be, but we got a good laugh out of them, right? And there was a couple of good ones, a couple of things that were like, ooh, that's a little strange, you know what I mean? The thing with the guy going really fast, that was kind of cool. Just like the Flash going across the street saving the lady. So that one was kind of cool. I'm sure that's like a sped up version of it, and then like the car goes around. I mean, there's things that, you know, you could do to explain all of the things. And like this video, hit that subscribe button, and let me know if there's anything you want me to react to next. Hope to see you guys on the next one.